Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, Chris, is I put you on the sewing machine.
Yes.
And this is called Hearts in Bloom. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the top of our hearts. And so you use 2 small squares and a segment, which is a rectangle. And I am just going to draw, and I have a guide beam on my machine, but I still like to draw a line. And so you and I were kind of talking about this. We do things just a little bit all the same here at Girlfriends, a little bit different. But I don't know, there's just comfort in drawing that line for me, because it's really important that you get this exact when you're doing this flip and fold technique, because if not, you kind of have a wonky segment. I mean, you know.
And I've had those before, most certainly, yeah. That walking segment, you try to pull it back and it's going kind of, you know, wishy-washy.
Or you're trimming, or you know, your edges aren't matching up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hand this off to you.
Okay.
And then you say our next little
abracadabra? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Our next little trick.
All right, so I'm here at the machine. I'm going to go straight directly on the line, okay, for this one. And then I have a little tip for our next one, all right?
Now I'm gonna hand you this next one. Because we're gonna go just a
titch.
Just a titch.
Just a titch off, some might call it a titch, a stitch,
a thread.
A thread. We're gonna go a thread off of the line, more towards the corner, the outside corner. I'm going to shift this over by 1, okay? That's what I mean when I say just a titch. Just a titch will do. When I'm still doing this, again, I'm going down the center, but this time I'm a titch off of the line. This is the one I did first. And when I pull it back, and this is when I did it, the one I did directly on the line, it doesn't go all the way to the top. There's just a little bit left. And why would that be? Well, it's because thread takes up space.
Right.
And so you have to sometimes take that into account. And so whenever I have to sew directly on a line, I actually do it just a smidge over. Okay?
Right, because it's amazing. One little, literally, you're going over 1 or maybe 2 little threads.
And there we go. And this one goes all the way over.
The next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do the point on our heart, and it's another flip and fold, only we're doing this on a bigger square.
Okay.
So I'm gonna draw this line for you. And I'm just using this friction pen, which is another favorite tool here, because it just disappears.
That's right.
So I'll hand this off to you, and this one's a little bit bigger. So just think about if we didn't nudge that one over or smidge that one over, that if we did not, then we would have even a little bit bigger. And you can, I mean, it's not like
a little bit of fudging. So I've got this lined up. Again, my presser foot is going down the center. It's lined up, but I moved my needle over just a hair.
So we're gonna actually take this. Now, I always look how perfect that is. I mean, so I'm gonna actually have you iron right here, because then I'm gonna show you another little trick to make it exactly perfect.
So I'm gonna just set my seams right here and then press them out.
Now, one thing I like to do after you do this is, because we're gonna trim this bulk off, but if you turn this to the back, do you see how on this one you can see just that little tiny bit of white right there on that edge? Right there.
Yeah.
You can just take that off at that point and it evens it up so that you have that perfect edge. And that's why I like to set my seams and then trim after. So I'm just going to take that off just a little bit.
I completely agree with you on that, Allison. The nice thing is, because you know that the block underneath is perfect and it's perfect to the measurement, then you know if you trim off anything that's sticking out beyond it, you now still have a perfect block.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to take off that. I also have a perfect 1/4 inch right there.
For whoever had said earlier that their flying geese never seems to work out, try the tip of doing just a titch off, and your flying geese are going to look fantastic.